I'm Meagan Ryan. I am the new head coach for women's soccer at Post University. I'd always played soccer since I was young. It was something that was an identity piece for me, something I was very passionate about. So once I was playing collegiately, one of my coaches, Esteban Martinez, got me involved with his middle school team. Once I started to spend time there and really dedicate time to that, I knew that was something that I wanted to be part of my life. At that point, my sophomore year, I didn't really know that it was going to be my career, but I was a sports management major, so I always knew I wanted to make a career out of sports in some way. By my senior year, once I finished my last season, I knew I didn't want to leave soccer, especially collegiate soccer, behind me, so I decided to take steps to pursue a career in it. Started with my spring semester, my senior year, took over a high school team, and that just really solidified wanting to pursue a career in it. I think starting off with being given that opportunity by my coach to come into that space and learn really gave me a positive experience, and it was definitely the right choice for me to move forward like that. I've lived a lot of different places, and I think that I'm excited about moving to a new state, being somewhere that I haven't lived before. I really want to learn as much as I can about the community and be as connected as possible. I think that being able to take what our relationships here at the university are and meshing that with the community is really important to me. Beyond just me, the staff, the players, and just really getting to know more about this area in that way. Each place and each program that I've been with has been entirely different from each other, ranging from division, size, location, and so taking from each experience and seeing what worked at each school and what didn't, based on what type of environment it was. I feel like I've broadened my perspective, especially working for many different types of head coaches that I've worked under. I think that you can't replicate anything exactly into another place because each place is each individually its own for a reason. And so trying to just take ideas and fit it into what would work in this environment, I feel like will help us be successful, and being able to see ups and downs at different types of universities makes me feel prepared in taking on this new role. I feel very lucky to have had a lot of different mentors in the different schools that I've worked for. Starting from youth, I had my coach Val. He is now someone I recruit from, which is fun. He really pushed me in my youth career to pursue higher and competitive levels and to push myself. I think getting into college, my college coaches, Phil and Esteban, were always very supportive of helping me pursue a career in coaching, as well as being good mentors to look up to as good role models as coaches. My strength coach, Samson, he was awesome and kind of pushing that competitive edge and really solidifying the importance of that piece as well. Once I got into my career, I have been working for many different types of people. So my first job was with Tafadzwa at AUM, and he was a huge mentor for me in the beginning, the start of my collegiate experience. I had no experience whatsoever going into it, and he did such a good job of teaching me, by holding me accountable and also giving me the range to make my own mistakes and try new things. But I felt like he was such an important piece in the beginning. And then throughout each program that I've been at, I've had lots of people that have reached out to me when I was taking over this position to help out. And, I think one of the biggest ones, and that was definitely Tafadzwa, my college coaches, people I worked with at Auburn. It's the only female head coach that I've worked for, Karen Hoppe. I think that she was such a good role model to look up to and really see somebody who's another female in this field and has been at such a high level. So she's been amazing. I work directly under Nick Flory. He's been great. He's been a head coach, been an assistant. So he knows, where I'm coming from being an assistant and taking over as a new head coach. He's been great. I think I'm forgetting lots of people at this point, but I've been blessed to be able to have lots of people that have been able to help me through this. Every time that we step out onto the field, whether it's training session, a game, I want it to be high energy, I want it to be competitive, but most importantly, I want it to be enjoyable, I want it to be fun. It's a game at the end of the day, but we have to pair that with the competitive edge. So how can we enjoy pushing each other to get to that next level, pushing each other to be better each day. I just want every time we're together to be completely maximized and feel like we've accomplished something after each day. My goals for this program is to make sure that every player that comes out of this program has, first off, enjoyed their experience being here, both on and off the field. I want to be involved in as much as I can to help facilitate that. So trying to make sure that they feel my support in any way that I can. I want them to feel like they were bought into as a player and that their development was important, no matter what their role was, and that they felt like they contributed to the team's success. Right now in the spring, our immediate goal is to get acclimated to each other and really learn what my expectations of them are, what their goals for themselves are, for what they want for this program as well. It's a two-way street. It's just not just me leading what I want. It's a combination of both. I want them to be able to get to a point this spring where their expectations are to be competitive every single day and maximize their time. I want them to enjoy each day so that we can build success as soon as possible, and I think that's attainable for them. Long-term goals are pretty similar. I want them to build on what they've accomplished and always push and not be complacent in what we've achieved, because it's a new team each year with new people coming in, new people leaving, but ultimately my goal for the program is that everybody leaves here feeling proud and feeling like they enjoyed their experience so much that they want to still be a part of it even beyond graduation. The type of player that I'm looking for is somebody who is going to come in with the right mentality to be able to take on challenges from the beginning and not shy away from hard situations. I want people who, can see a challenge and fight through it and be excited by it, because that they feel confident enough that they can make a situation better, or they can make a good situation better as well. I want people who are going to mesh well with the team and that they're going to keep the environment enjoyable as well, so we're pushing each other the right ways. And I want people who are going to be difference makers, no matter how they're doing that on and off the field. How are they adding to our environment? Are they the ones that are pushing people to get better, like vocally? Are they leading by example? On the field, I just want to see people who are always there to rise to the occasion and don't give up easily just because they're in a hard situation. So overall, just want people who are going to be able to come in and push the standard no matter where it's at.